All right, here is how you do lesson 6.03 independent practice. Here we are given a graph and we're gonna write or find the equation of the line that will make that graph. So here is what you're gonna be doing. Okay, so basically, all these lines can be made by the equation y equal mx plus b. Okay, the b here is called the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is a point on the y-axis, a point on the y-axis. So one of the first things I suggest you do, look at the graph and find where the line touches the y-axis. You can see it touch it right there. See, I highlighted in yellow. And the number that this dot is on the y-axis is -5. So that means that my b is going to be -5. Okay. Then the other thing you're going to be filling out is the m. M is the slope. And remember, the slope is rise over run. So what I suggest you do is pick the 2 points, and you can see I'm going to start with the leftmost point, and I'm going to make an L connecting those 2 points. So that means I'm going to go straight up here, and then I'm going to make a right turn. You see, I did the L, it's upside down now. And then I'm going to count the rise. I'm going to count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The rise is 7. And then I'm going to count how many squares is the run. Only 1. So the run is 1. Okay. So when I do the slope is going to be 7 over 1, which is the same thing as 7. 7 divided by 1 is 7. So I'm going to replace the m with 7. So what will be my final answer? The equation that makes this line. Y equals 7x minus 5. That's how we find the equation of this line. Okay, oops, let's do the next problem. All these problems are done the same way. So here's problem number 2. Same idea. Remember, we want to write the equation. All these equations, these lines are slanted lines. All these lines that you have seen so far, they're slanted lines. And all the slanted lines, the equation is going to look like this. Y equal mx plus b. Remember, start with b. Usually it's the easiest one. B is called the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is a point on the y-axis. And you can see that the point that is on the y-axis, this one that I highlighted in yellow. What number is that point? Oh, that point is -5. So that means that my b is -5. Now I'm going to find the slope, which is the m. Okay, m is the slope, inclination. And the way you find that is rise over run. So I'm going to take the leftmost point, and I'm going to make an L with the next point to the right. So I'm going to pick these 2 points, and you can see here, look, I made the L. I hope you see the L right there. Okay. And I'm going to find the rise. The rise, so from up here, I went down 1. Okay, that's my rise. I put negative because negative means I went down. And my run is also 1. So that's my run, see? So it only takes 1 square for the rise and 1 square for the run. So the slope is -1 over 1, which is -1. So that means that my m here is -1. I'm going to replace it. So my final answer is going to be y equal the m -1x minus 5. However, in algebra, the -1 here when the x is being multiplied by 1, we do not write the 1, or we do not write the negative 1 in this case. So I can rewrite my answer as negative x minus 5. And that's how you do problem number 2. Let's go to the next one. All right, here's question number 3. Same idea. All of these problems in this lesson are the same way. Okay, they're going to give you a graph, and you're going to find the equation of the line by using the equation or the formula y equal mx plus b. I hope you notice in the first two problems, I'm looking for the value of b and the value of m. I'm going to find those numbers for m and b from the graph. Remember that the b is the y-intercept, the point on the y-axis, that the point of the line that touches the y-axis. And you can see that point is right here. See, I highlighted in yellow. And that point is on the number 9. So I'm going to replace the b with 9. Okay? Now I'm going to find the m. M is slope. So that is rise over run. When I have the graph, I'm going to find the slope using that. Rise over run. I'm going to start with my leftmost point, and I'm going to make an L with my next point. So I'm going to make an L like this between these 2 points. See, I hope you see my L there. I'm going to find my rise. So I'm going to count the squares that is making that side. Looks like a triangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My rise is 8. Okay. My run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see, I'm counting the squares that make that side. So my run is 9. Okay. And what do I do now? So that means that my rise is 8. And because when the line is going like this, the slope is positive. Okay. When the line is going like that, the slope is negative. Okay. In this case, problem number 3, the line is going up, so the slope is positive. So the rise is 8, the run is 9. So I'm going to replace the m here with 8 over 9. So what will be my final answer? My final answer is the equation y equal 8 over 9x plus 9. And that's how you find the equation of the line. Let's go to the next one. Here's question number 4. Same thing, okay? All of these problems, you're doing the same thing. All the lines that are like, these are called slanted lines. The equations look like this. Y equal mx plus b. Okay? Your job, find out who's the value of b and who is the value of m. Okay? The value of b is called the y-intercept. Okay? Which is the point on the y-axis. This here, that's my b. So the point here is on 2. Okay, so b is gonna be 2. All right, now I'm gonna find m. M is the slope, the inclination, which is rise over run. So I'm gonna make an L between 2 points. Start with the leftmost point. So I'm going to make an L with this point. I'm going to go straight down, and then I'm going to go to the right there. See? And then I'm going to count my squares. 1, 2, 3. So my rise is negative 3. Why negative? Because we counted down. Count down. That's why, okay? And then how much is my run? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my run is 7. So what will be my rise? My rise will be negative 3 over 7. And that will be my m. Okay, negative 3 over 7. So my final answer is y equal negative 3, 7x plus 2. And that's the equation that will make that line. Let's go to the next question. Here's question number 5. Same idea, guys. Same idea. All of these problems, you're doing the same thing. The equation of these slanted lines. Okay, this line here is slanted line. Oh, slanted line. The equation is y equal mx plus b. Okay, your job, find the value of b, find the value of m. Okay, who is B? B is called the y-intercept. And what is the y-intercept? The point that touch the y-axis. And that's that point right there. That's my B. Okay, that's B. And that number is -3. So that means that my B is -3. Okay, now we're gonna find the slope. The slope is rise over run. Okay, rise over run. So I'm gonna take the two leftmost point and I'm gonna make an L. So starting here, I'm gonna go to the right and then I go straight down and I'm gonna count my rise. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My rise is 7. And my run, 1, 2, 3, 4. My run is 4. So what will be the slope? Rise over run. So 7 over 4. And that will be my M. Okay? So my final answer is the equation y equal 7 over 4x minus 3. This is the equation that will make that line. All right? I hope this is making sense. Here's the last question. Question number 6. Same idea. Okay. This is a slanted line. This line is slanted line. Okay. And all slanted line, the equation is y equal mx plus b. Your job, find the value of m and find the value of b. Who's b? B is the y-intercept. And what is the y-intercept? That's where the line touches the y-axis. So you can see here, that's B. Okay, so B is 2. All right, so I'm going to replace the B with 2. The M is the slope. Okay, and the slope is rise over run. All right. And what I'm going to do, with my two leftmost point, I'm going to make an L. So I'm going to start here, move to the right, and then I'm going to go straight down. Okay. And I'm going to count my rise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My rise is 6. Okay, I'm gonna count my run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My run is 10. Wait. I counted wrong. I counted wrong. Okay, hold on a second. I counted wrong. Be careful here. All right, I'm gonna have to fix this. Let me erase this. Let me do this. Let me do this again. I'm gonna be careful counting. That's the problem. So let's make an L. Okay, here is the L. There we go. Okay, and you can see that this here is 1. This here's 3, and here this is 5. So I went. Let me make sure that I'm counting correctly. Okay, so this here is, so we're gonna count. So we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My run is 5. Okay, and this is 3 here. Okay, and then my rise, this will be 1, 2, and it seems this is 5 here. See, the middle between 4 and 6 is 5. So this will be, so it will be 1, 2, and 3. So I went 3 up. So my rise is 3. Okay, let me make sure I count it right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Okay, so what will be my slope? My slope is 3 over 5. And that will be my m. And because the line is going up, the slope is positive. Okay, so my final answer here is going to be y equal 3 over 5x plus 2. That will be your final answer. All right, I hope this helps.